today. Cheryl here. Welcome. How is it going? I hope you are wonderfully well. It is Friday, and can I just say it's boiling hot. It is so hot out today. It's like fit for man, not fit for man nor beast. It is so hot. Here in beautiful downtown Paducah, Kentucky. I hope you're doing very well, staying cool as best as you can. If you hear some background noise here in the studio today, that's because we have had to turn on the fans here in the studio, and that no, Marion, he has returned back home to Florida, and so he is not here with us tonight. So yeah, I know, like, we're super sad that he is already home for the summer, and yeah, so that's what's going on that front. Max has returned home. He has like karate classes and stuff that he takes, and so he was very excited to go home, but we, on the other hand, were not. So it is like I said, it's very warm here. We've had some very, very warm temperatures here. Oh, thank you. We've had some warm temperatures here in Paducah, but I don't know if you follow on our Instagram pages, also on our Facebook pages. We have a new sign out in front of the building. Hooray! So we're all excited that we finally have a sign for our business. I think tomorrow we are officially 4 months old tomorrow, and then tomorrow is also the 1-year anniversary of us purchasing the building here in downtown Kentucky. Yes, Jerry, Max has returned home to Florida, and so he has gone back and is enjoying the rest of his summer back in Florida. And we are sad. So yeah, and like I said, if you hear background noise tonight, we do have the fans running here in the studio. It is nearly 100. It says it feels like 100 degrees outside, and that is no joke. It is really, really warm here tonight. And I gotta say, it's like the kind of weather where you don't want to do anything but sit in your air conditioning and lay around. But we cannot do that tonight because we have videos to make and we have things to do. Tonight we will be over on Whatnot. I don't know, have we talked about Whatnot? Let's pull up Whatnot. Not okay. All right, so Whatnot, and I'm going to put up our invitation into the comments. And I will also, let me throw that up on the screen because I don't do that enough. Okay, so over on Whatnot. So Whatnot is an app that you download to your phone. And you can also do it on your computer. You can do Whatnot from your desktop and also from your phone. And what's cool is it's like live eBay. Does that make sense? It's kind of like if you had something to sell, collectibles mostly, but they are now doing um, a section for quilt shops. So that's really cool. And so they're doing a section for quilt shops, and shops like mine, we go on to Whatnot, and we sell stuff. And I have this giant thing over here. So, like for example, we still have bundles of Tula Pink fabrics in stock, and we wanted to make sure that these got into the hands of the people that haven't had a chance to get them. So, not only are these on our website, but they're also for sale. We put them up in our live streams that we do on Whatnot. So this is a pretty cool thing because shops like me who, can do video content, we like to make sure that we can get the word out there about just not just about our shop, but also for any of the the products that we sell. And if we have stuff like this, we want to show it to you and we want you to buy it. So that's like the whole thing there. So we have bundles like this, where we have taken the full collection of the like the four pieces of this particular colorway for Everglow, and we're putting those up online. Now, we already sell this stuff online, so it's not like you can't buy this from our existing website, which is this one right here at the bottom. So, so Marion's asking, is it a live auction? It's kind of a live auction in that sometimes what I can do is I can say, okay, I have this bundle, I'm selling it for X dollars. Here's how many I have of this bundle, and I'll put into the system, like on Whatnot, I'll say like I might have 2 of these bundles. And while I'm talking about it, usually people will buy it. So in this situation, it's kind of like an auction. Now I can set up items as an auction. So let's say I've got some super vintage Tula Pink and I want you to make offers on it. What I can do is run it like an actual auction, right? And I can start it at $10 and people will bid it up and so on. And I did a couple of shows on Whatnot with vintage linens. So I had a couple shows specifically with vintage linens because I don't know if you have you been around lately? I have so many vintage linens. Like so many. And so in a way, for like the vintage stuff where people might pay more for an item just so that they don't miss out on it, those kinds of auction, those are really good for auctions, right? So I could say, okay, well, I've got this doily, I've got this, table runner, I've got this whatever, and people will bid on it and it will go up. Or they'll get the deal of a lifetime, right? Like I've sold doilies and things on there for like $1. So it just depends. And so the Whatnot app is just another place for shops like me to have a digital footprint and a digital storefront. So right now I do 2 Whatnot shows a week, and I do I don't know why this thing does this all the time. Oh, it's decided to have a moment. And so you get to see that there's like boxes on either side. This room is so messy right now. We have not recovered in here since quilt week. All of this stuff is still like piled everywhere because of quilt week. Okay, not to get distracted from Whatnot, but anyway, that's what happens over on Whatnot. It is a live selling app, and we are there on Wednesdays at 6 and Fridays at 8. And that's Central Time. So we do 6 on Wednesdays, 8 on Fridays. Now, this coming Monday, so after tonight's Whatnot show at 8, from 8 to 9, on Monday from 5 to 6, I will be doing hello, Jackie, how are you doing? On Monday, I will be doing a Christmas in July shop hop over on Whatnot. And that is usually a lot of fun. And let me tell you, the last one we did of those was hot, heavy, and quick. Things were going. They were just selling faster than I can talk about them. Like, I would put up a listing of, like, I would show something and it would be gone. And then I'd be like, okay, let's pull up no, and it's gone. And then I'd pull up a third thing and it was gone. So honestly, that Monday show is going to be rocking and rolling. And so that's going to be a lot of fun. I do have a couple things. Is this finally working? Oh, it is. Oh, you are working today. Oh, you decided to come to work today, computer. So let's see if we can get this to do the thing it's supposed to do. You know, they say that this camera has AI in it, and it is the dumbest AI I've ever had. So, like, it's really stupid. I don't think I would not consider this a smart app. Or my thing here is not smart today. But that should freeze the camera so I can move around and it won't move with me. We had to take this particular camera down last week because Max has a tendency to want to mess with the AI. And so there's a lot of these hand signals you'll see me do, and that's to the camera. And the camera is supposed to pick up on them and then do certain things like zoom in and zoom out and track me as I move around. And it's a really great camera, and I really do like it. But Max learned the hand signals and then would do them on purpose during the video. and he's just a little smart aleck sometimes. And so I kept telling him, oh, please don't ruin the shot because it's so messy on either sides of this set, and it looks terrible. And then he would do these hand signals, and then the camera would do its thing, and he'd laugh, and I'd get so like frustrated because I mean he's 10, no, 11. He's 11, and he thinks it's funny, but he's also wanting to be a YouTuber, and I'm trying to tell him, like, hey, you're putting on a production, right? You're doing a show and you gotta put on a good show. And he's like, well, then why don't you clean up the messes on either side? And I don't really have an answer for that one. So yeah, he's a good kid. We miss him. our summer was supposed to be all 3 months, and we only got the 1 month this year, and that's been really hard on my husband. He's taking it very, 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 very hard. So we're just trying to, you know, get the rest of our summer rocking and rolling and doing the things that we need to be doing. And one of those things we had planned while he was here was to get the sign put on our building, which we finally did. Okay, so I'm going to grab this quilt because I'm still finishing this thing, if you can believe it. And so let's, oh my goodness, this quilt. And I do not want to set this quilt on my lap because, as I have explained, it is so hot here today. Yeah. Thank you, Laurel. I appreciate that. The signage is really exciting. And okay, so there's a whole, like, we're all friends here. I have to say, like, one of the things that I was torn about was whether or not to put our skull logo, like this here, on the sign on the building. And I know you're probably thinking, like, why wouldn't you put your, like, logo, why wouldn't you put that on your sign? And it's this back and forth thing where you are, when you are running a business, and you are trying to get people to understand, like, what you're about, and then you're also in a, I keep thinking, I feel like a little bit like a stranger sometimes to Paducah. Um, it was really tough. Yeah, Laurel, I completely understand. Now, as you can see in the end, I put that skull on my building, and I have not looked back uh after that decision was made. It's one of those things, like, you come into our shop and you're hit all over the place with the logo. So I don't know what I was trying to hide from when it came to the logo. I just felt, I think maybe I initially felt that, you know, we're in the South, and I didn't know if people would be okay with it. And they have. So this is the funny thing. Like, we put the the sign on the shop, and we have had the busiest couple of days we've had in a long time. And I kept saying, like, is it a coincidence? And it probably isn't. Like, I mean, having, like, visible signage is a good thing. It's not that we didn't have anything in our window. We did have a sign um in our window, and it just wasn't very visible from the street. It was like a paper bunting banner kind of thing. It was cute, but it wasn't real visible. Marion says, not everybody appreciates a good looking skull. No, absolutely not. And I do still, to this day, I have to answer the question, like, what is the skull? What does it mean? Why the skulls? That kind of thing. And yeah, I mean, besides the fact that I just like them and they're cool, they are a motif of the memento mori. And that's what I've always liked about the skull. Um, So yeah, I don't know. It was just one of those like I had a customer in the first couple of weeks when we were first open, and you could tell it was just not her jam. And she gave me my very first, well, God bless you, which I don't know if you've ever been here in the South. God bless you does not mean the nice thing you think it means in here in Kentucky. Um, it means, well, it kind of means the opposite. If you can say that, and that's it is what it is. But she was my only God bless you. Um, and the funny thing is that there's so much skull imagery in religious art that it's like the first place you encounter that kind of imagery is in religious art. So I don't know. And so yeah, you know, it is what it is. I do enjoy the look of our shop. Our shop is has evolved just even since we've opened. Um we have come a really long way since even since Quilt Week. Um you know, and we're getting new fabrics in every day. Well, it feels like every day. We're getting another uh, grouping of fabric tomorrow, and then we're getting the Tula Pink Deja Vu Nightshade is coming on Monday. That's what they're telling me, or at least my shipping notification is telling me it's coming on Monday. Now, you know, if you can't make it here and you can't come to our shop, then our shop is open 24/7 on our website below. Um, well, aren't you special and aren't you sweet? Are the next two. Yeah. Bless her heart is more East Coast. The bless your heart one. Um, I haven't gotten any bless your hearts here in Paducah. Have gotten the God bless you though, and it was not meant that way. Um, and I have gotten a whole lot of, I feel like I can't tell if they're being sarcastic about it or not, but I've gotten some sarcastic sounding, good luck with your business. Everyone should make the pilgrimage to your shop. I agree, Jerry. And the thing is that it's Paducah. And so I get people, I am not kidding when I say I get people from all over the world. Southern rudeness is something special. It is its own category of rudeness. Because of course it wouldn't be very ladylike. Um, in the South, it's your little pea picking heart. Oh my. Oh my. That doesn't sound very nice, does it? Yeah, your little pea picking heart. In When I was in Maryland, which is the South, if you didn't know, Maryland is considered the South, is below the Mason-Dixon line. And when I lived in Maryland, the phrase was bless your heart. And that went down into like Virginia and that area. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I get a lot of people who are like, well, good luck with your business. And I can tell that they're kind of like, cause I ain't coming back. And that's okay. The thing is I think everybody does need to make a pilgrimage at least to Paducah one time. just to see the cool, like, kind of town we are for the arts and for quilting in particular. Um, because Hancock's of Paducah's here, we're here, um, Paper Pieces is here, Global Artisans is here, um, Tuscan Rose is here, Cherrywood Fibers has a her fabrics in a gallery here. I'm telling you, this is um yes, Jackie, that's exactly what I do. Um and so Paducah's got all of these like quilting, uh you know, like it is Quilt City USA. I know there's another place out there that says they're Quilt Town USA, and they can't call themselves Quilt City USA because Paducah has the trademark on it. Did you know that? um Paducah has a very and the American Quilter Society headquarters is also here. So, Paducah's got this, central quilt kind of thing going on. We're 2 hours from Nashville, 2.5 hours from St. Louis. So we're kind of close to everybody. And what's really cool is the museum brings people, I mean, not joking, literally from all over the world. Now, in town right now, there's a quilt retreat. And then this week, every day this week, there were riverboats in town. And so that was cool. Like, there was like riverboats, everybody was here. I just broke this thread. I'm gonna have to fix this here. And so the riverboats were super active. Everything was going on. Yeah, it was wild. With all this stuff going on here downtown. So, you know, it's been a busy week. But is that because I got a sign? I like to say yes. The sign has helped. The South is different. My brother lived in Louisville for 30 years, and they still referred to him as that Yankee doctor. Well, it's funny you say that, Marion, because Mary and Jerry both work and live in Louisville, and so I'm sure poor Mary, I'm sure, is considered a Yankee. She's from the Chicago, Indiana area, and so there's that. I'm sure you get a bunch of that, Mary. And Marion, yeah, we will always be like weird interlopers here in Paducah. Not that they haven't treated us poorly. It's just it is a place where a lot of people come to retire. A lot of people come to Paducah to retire. So, the taxes and everything, it's just like there's a lot of people coming from the north and living in the south. Mary says, yeah, I'm from Chicago living in Louisville, and I get funny looks. Yup. So that's what's going on here. And so, we got a new sign. It's been busy all week. If you would love for you to find yourself a treat or two over on shop.muppin.com. Now, I will say that there's a new fabric collection, and yes. Yes, yeah. So this this is my next pattern that I will eventually get done. We couldn't get it done while Max was here. But it's a biscuit quilt. And so it's got biscuits on it. They're little, my brother was from Chicago and natives say Louisville. Yeah, oh yeah, Louisville. Yeah, there's no Louisville there. Yep. So yeah, so this is the next quilt. It is going to be done hopefully very soon. The pattern is coming. We've got biscuits. This was made with some Tula Pink fabric as well. You know, I'm not a big Tula Pink collector. I don't feel the need to like own every Tula Pink fabric ever. But this last one was a pretty decent one, and I know you're gonna love the next one, Nightshade. I'll be back on Friday. Next Friday to show all of that to you. Thank you, Marion. I appreciate that. So next Friday, I'll be able to show you all that new Tula fabric. Last week, Max and I showed you the new Dashwood Studios Forest Whispers. We have a few fat quarter packs of those on our website, and you should check them out. That little collection, it's really cool for a Halloween collection. It's really good. And I will say, it's a small collection, so it's probably not going to stick around in the shop very long because it seems to be going really quick. I feel the need to collect Tula, but my pocketbook says nah. It's a constant battle. Honestly, I think people who come from the world of collectibles, we feel the need, like that desire to collect it. I totally get that. Tula on Facebook, she has a full bolt of every fabric she ever designed. Yes, she does. And the fact is that some of her older fabric goes for hundreds of dollars a yard. Like, the older the fabric, the more collectible it seems to be. It is unbelievable to me that some people want to collect older collections so badly that they pay those prices. It's just, I personally would rather use it. I can still look at it in my quilts. I don't know. That's how I look at it. But yeah, she has a bolt. She has a lot of some of her early stuff squirreled away as well. So that's always a good thing. But I think I would do that too. If I designed fabric, I think I would hide some. I'd keep some. I'm not gonna lie, I have a full case of my DVD that, you know, was available, I don't know how long ago now. Some of that fabric, I'm in 2 Tula collectors groups online just to keep tabs on what's going on in that world. And there are people who are paying $400 for a fat quarter. It's just, yeah. Now, I do have quite a bit of older Tula that I keep thinking, like, if I ever need to make a quick car payment, I can always sell some. But yeah, yeah, that to me is a little out there. That's a little crazy. So, yeah. So next week we get the Tula Pink in stock, and then I think that's the last of our Halloween fabric coming in. And we are going to have a Christmas in July sale, but I will have more information about that on Friday. next week. So, this week we're kind of just like the sign made us super busy, and we had boats and we had the quilt retreat in town. So that's kind of made the shop a little busy, which is great. But I miss my online customers where if you want to purchase something, the shop's going by. Look for Forest Whispers by Dashwood Studios. That's going to be the collection. If you are interested in fall Halloween stuff, take a look at that collection because it's not going to last in the shop very long. We had a customer today or yesterday and she bought like 4 yards of the one, and I was like, okay, so it's going quick. And it's a cute little pattern, and it's a bunch of cute designs. Shared your Stewart, my friend tonight. I always appreciate that. Thank you very much. That always means a lot to me. I do appreciate that. We do mail order, and we ship literally every day. We you can tell when we've been busy, and I go to the post office, and the post office guy's like, oh, it's been a busy week. And I'm like, yes, because I come in with bags of boxes. She's hand quilting right now. Awesome. I love that. I need to get back to doing more hand quilting. And I found a vintage quilt top, and I'm trying to decide what to do with it. But I keep thinking, the more I look at it, so it's got what I believe are it's like been crazy patched, but it's not crazy patched. It's really weird. And then I also have the haunted baby cradle that we haven't discussed on here at all. Shall I show you the haunted baby cradle? You guys want to see it? It's too funny. Okay. Ay. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. All right. So there's the haunted baby cradle. I also have a very cool Singer independent dealer clock sign that I don't know where I want to put. So I have that too. Anyway, that's the haunted baby cradle. Mary says yes, she wants to see the cradle. And in it, and I know it's hard to see from here, but in it is, that's as far as it zooms. Anyway, in the haunted baby cradle is, yes, in the haunted baby cradle is a pillow and I want to call it like a baby cushion, for the baby to lay on. And they are Victorian crazy quilts. So it's a Victorian crazy quilt. So that is what we got for the shop. So we haven't put it out because I want to do something cool with it. Bolts of fabric will stand up in it, but I don't believe it's actually haunted. Okay, I don't think it's really haunted, but we call it the haunted baby cradle. It's so old, it's made with square nails. So it's really old. I want the TARDIS cradle from Doctor Who. That's yes. It's definitely old. And the pillow and the little cushion inside are clearly Victorian. So that I will let you guess how much we paid for the haunted baby cradle. I will tell you it was marked down 3 times. Like, there was a price. See, there's my camera. It's doing this. I swear. Stupid camera. It was marked down 3 times. And so if you want to guess how much the cradle was, yeah. Oh, Mary Ann says 175. Nope. It was lower than that. It was crossed out. There were 3 times it was crossed out. So, and then when I looked at it, I had to ask, does the pillow and the little, I guess you'd call it a mattress. It's just like a little stuffed pillow. And then an actual pillow. And that it was marked down 3 times. And then when we bought it, we were buying a bunch of other stuff, and I was like, how are we gonna fit all this in our car? So yeah. The haunted baby cradle, Marion, you are correct. It was $50. $50, including the Victorian pillow and mattress, which is all silk crazy quilt. It's gorgeous. And so we were like, oh, we're gonna make all this like cool stuff out of it. It is a great find. And can I tell you, Charlie is the guy that finds this stuff. He has this like eye for, one, he sees everything. I can't ever see it all. He sees all of it. And then he's like, that's something you could use for the shop. And I'm like looking at it and I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, the bolts of fabric can stand up in it so that they're not on the floor. Plus it's just a cool and interesting piece. And he's totally right. And then it almost has like a little sleigh like look to it. So we were thinking for our Christmas in July, we'll bring it out. And he's just, yeah, he finds this stuff all the time. But that's what we call it. We call it the haunted baby cradle. And then every day when I come into work, I tell the haunted baby hello. So whenever I come into the office and I open all the doors and I turn on all the lights, I always say, and hello, haunted baby. So maybe that's why the baby isn't haunting me, is because I say hello to it every day. I know, it's goofy. You got to have fun while you're here, right? Okay, everyone, that's what I got for you today. We're going to go, I'm headed over to Whatnot. So if you want to go on over to Whatnot, I'm putting the comments, the link in the comments. Once again, you can find us on there as muppin.com. If you sign up for Whatnot, you will get $10 to spend automatically. So you can spend it on my show or you can spend it on anybody's show. Thank you, Mary. See you all really soon. I will see all of you on Friday next week. Get ready for our Christmas in July sale. It's going to be amazing. I will see all of you next week. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.